Hello my mystical creatures, welcome to my channel. This is Ocean Jasper. I'm an intuitive tarot reader, and today we're going to find out what is unfolding for you in the near future. So we have three piles here that you can choose from. There is the Lover in pile number 1 with the fluorite crystal. Then we have the Owl Tower in pile number 2 with the bone. And finally we have the KERNUNNOS in pile number 3 with the pine cone. I'm also going to show you the decks underneath. There is the Mystical Fairy Tower deck in pile number 1. We have the Spirit Song Tower deck in pile number 2. And finally we have the LLEVELLIN Tower deck in pile number 3. There's absolutely no right or wrong in regards how should you pick your pile. Indeed, you can pause the video here and take as much time as you like in order to make your choice. You can even meditate on your life, on your situation, on your future, or you can go impulsively and pick the first deck that has caught your attention in the first second you open up this video. You can also listen to more than a pile if you feel guided to do so. And if you feel very confused, one technique that I use is to focus myself on the timestamps in the info box below, to stare at them and to see which of those numbers attract me the most. Although try not to overthink your choice, because that will make you use your mind rather than using your intuition. Just a little heads up, this is a pick a card reading, therefore it's a general reading, may or may not resonate entirely with all of you, or even just a portion of this video might resonate with you, not the rest, which is why it's very important that you always follow your intuition, take what feels right and leave the rest, and try not to get too attached to the results of this reading. Also, there is a possibility to get a private reading for yourself if you would like to do so. There is my email in the info box below, as well as the prices of my readings depending on how long you want them. There's also a possibility to get a Reiki healing session if you would like, and you can find the prices as well for that. I would like to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for everything you do to support this channel, especially your lovely and supporting comments, but as well as your donation or your tarot deck that you're sending my way, your cheerful vibe. You are so precious to my heart. And for the rest, I really hope that you're going to enjoy this video, and if you do, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and all the rest. You can find my Amazon wishlist in the info box below if you would like to send some other decks my way to improve this channel, and you can find my PayPal donate button underneath as well. But do not feel obliged to do any of that, because even just your presence is absolutely more than enough. So that's everything for now. I can't wait to see you at the beginning of your reading. Hi my lovelies, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the fluorite crystal, the Lover, and the Mystical Fairy Tower deck, for this particular reading I'd like to try a new way of doing things and start with the oracle cards first. So I'm using here the Druid Plant Oracle and the Druid Animal Oracle together with the Wisdom of Trees and another decks, and you can find the name of all these decks in the info box below, as well as the Amazon link if you'd like to get it for yourself. So I just really feel like giving more attention to these messages that are coming from the animal world and the plant world. So I hope that you're going to like this way. If so, let me know in the comments below what are your thoughts, and we can always switch it up again if you don't like this. So by studying all these cards that I draw for you, I can definitely tell that what is unfolding for you is a major shift. It's not going to be the easiest, because you'll have to say goodbye to something important to you and welcome a new chapter for you. So something is going to die in order for something else to be born. And these messages are coming both from the Tower and the Raven. Good thing is that the Raven is also offering protection to you. So in this phase you are going to be protected. And with the Wolf, you can be sure that you're going to be able to draw your powers from your inner intuition and your inner strength. So you're going to be fine in this shift. It's not going to be too shaking up your world too much. Yes, you will have to welcome a big change of your life, but you're going to be protected and you're going to be guided by your intuition. So everything is going to be fine. I can say that at the center of this reading there is a child, which could be a few different things. It could be that the child will be the main foundation that is going to be secure. Your childhood memories, it could be the only thing that will remain solid in your life. At least in this phase, you will find some comfort, some warm energy from your childhood memory in this particular change, in this particular transformation. It could also be that there's going to be the welcoming of a child in your life, and that will be the major change that will happen. Could be that you're going to give birth to a child, or could be that you're going to adopt a child, or that you're just simply welcoming your niece or nephew for a little holiday, or that you're going to start a new job minding kids, for example, or that you're going to do a psychological work in which you'll have to face your childhood fears, childhood memories, childhood trauma. So any of those scenarios could very well represent some of you. I can see that you're definitely going to have a lot of abundance with this wheat. The wheat represent a time for you to stop working and start looking back at the thing that you have created for yourself. So you've planted many seeds in your life, and now it's time to be rewarded. It's time to harvest the fruits of your labor. So it could well be as well that in this phase, for some of you, you're entering into your pension. You're gonna start receiving your pension, and you're gonna stop working. You're going to be retired, and so your life is gonna start feeling different, because you'll have to spend more time with yourself. For a while, you possibly won't know what to do with yourself. You won't know what to do with that money. Maybe it could be as well that you're going to receive some inheritance with this wheat, and therefore you'll be not forced, but you will be finding yourself in a situation in which leaving your job would be very easy and doable. But that will also shift your purpose. What are you going to do then without that particular job? What is it that you're going to focus yourself on? It could be that simply you are going through this transitional phase, which is going to be exciting but also scaring at the same time. With the European beach in reverse, there is a message of having to be careful, not wasting all of your resources, not wasting all of your money, not wasting all of your food. So even though you're going to have a great abundance, the message here is not to waste it, to be very careful on how you are investing it, because the temptation would be to use it all in one place. As well, with the puppy in reverse, there is a message to not abuse of certain substances or certain experiences just because they make life more bearable. So you might be tempted to use some recreational drugs, for example, or some medicine that you might feel addicted to, instead of using them only when your body physically need them to heal. You might enter into this shift in which, instead of using them just for healing purposes, you start using it for alienating yourself from the ugliness that you perceive in the world. So there is a message here of being very careful with the money and the abundance that you're going to receive, because you might be tempted in wasting all these resources and therefore entering in some tempting addiction that are not going to be good for your soul. But the good thing is that you're going to be very in touch with your intuition, with the wolf, as we said, and you're going to be protected by the raven as well during this transformation. And there's going to be something that you can anchor yourself to, whether it is your inner child, your inner dreams. That could be another thing, possibly, especially if you're going to be retiring yourself or receiving a huge sum of money out of nowhere unexpectedly. You are going to be able to finally focus yourself on your dreams that you had as a child, for example. The elements speak about communication, having to improve your communication in order to improve, to have stronger relationship around you, and in order to not feeling any resent towards them. So it could be that you are going to improve your communication with your kids, for example. It could be that you're going to start a podcast. Maybe you're going to have loads of time now because there's an abundance of resources or time and energy. So you're going to have the time to concentrate on the communication world. So you could be start working on a podcast or on your YouTube channel. You could be start singing, for example, because that was your dream as that you had as a child. You might start writing a book because that's about communication as well. You might start a book or a podcast about not wasting resources. So you might be very conscious about the environmental issues and you want to send some advices to people on how should they live in a way that is not wasteful. It's going to definitely be a journey that is going to bring you outside of your comfort zone. You are going to be feeling a little shaky at the beginning and not fully trusting on yourself because you've never done this before. You might feel like a kid in this new journey, and you might feel like everything around you is falling apart and you don't know what to hold on anymore until you find that inner strength, that inner intuition, that inner fire, and you finally realize that this is what you've always wanted to do, and finally now you have the freedom and the resources to do it. Beautiful cards. And with the lover that you have picked as well, it's a card that speaks about embracing beauty, embracing your sensual energy, being in touch with nature, embracing the cycles of life, embracing getting older as well. Any phase of your life, from being a kid to a teenager to being a woman or a man to finally growing older. This is a card of accepting all of those phases and still seeing beauty in every of those phases. It's about embracing pleasure as well, and singing and expressing yourself. So that could be something that you're going to do. I can see singing, communication, so that message of having to use your voice is coming out quite often in this oracle. So let's have a look now at the tarot cards. I drew 6 cards for you here, and the first one is the 8 of Pentacles. Then we have the 9 of Pentacles. I drew these tarot cards just after I drew the oracle ones. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Then we have 9 of Swords, King of Pentacles, and the Judgment in reverse. It's beautiful how these cards seem to repeat some of the messages from the oracles. Indeed, they seem to be confirming what's going on, because we have the Eight of Pentacles followed by the Nine of Pentacles. It gives me here the impression that you have been working a lot in your life, and you have been putting a lot of effort into some particular direction. You've been quite diligent, and you've been never missing a day. Maybe you never took a sick day. You've been working on it every single day, putting a lot of love and a lot of energy into this, and a lot of dedication, and a lot of gentle energy as well, I'm seeing. So you believed in what you did, and finally now you're passing from the Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles. So now finally you can stop working, as the Wheat card said as well, and you can just enjoy the bliss of life, the bliss of all of the abundance that you have created for yourself. The Nine of Pentacles indeed is about feeling comfortable in the life that you have created. Is about giving yourself a pat on your shoulder because you've done great, and now you can harvest the fruits of your labor. Indeed, it's a card of abundance, of being surrounded by all the things that you need, being completely satisfied, having all of your needs covered and met. You see, this person can finally sleep and feeling comforted and snuggly. So it's a time for you to rest and enjoy what you have created for yourself. Three of Pentacles is still a card of work, but is in reverse. If the Three of Pentacles upright speak about starting a new partnership, I feel that here in reverse it means ending a partnership. And it feels that it's just a natural course of the event. You worked enough, and you now are finally being able to swim in your money, or in the resources that you have created, in the abundance that you have created for yourself. So there's no need to work anymore. You can at least pause this partnership. So it could be that you're going through a gap here as well, in which you can finally take a holiday for yourself, a whole year in which you can focus yourself on your inner dreams, in your inner journey. Nine of Swords represent all of the limiting thoughts that you're going to have at the beginning of this transition. Indeed, you might start thinking, I don't deserve this, but what if I'm going to what if somebody's going to steal all of this from me? What if I'm going to having to have a surgery which is going to cost millions, and I'm not going to have them? What if my kids need me? What if, like, you're going to start thinking about all the reason why you should not embrace all of this abundance. And so, of course, this is just something that you have to experience yourself. Until then, you move on from this worrying card, in which you're just concentrating on your mind, to finally enter to a more grounded space, the space of the King of Pentacles, which is very secure, is feeling very confident about himself. It's a figure that feels comfortable in being rich, in having all of the abundance, and it has so much that it can actually give to other people as well. It can afford to be extremely generous towards other people. So eventually you're going to realize how lucky you are, because some other people are going to mirror your situation, or they're going to needing your help, your advice, or your resources. So then you feel like, oh my god, I actually need to embrace this position so that I'm going to help other people. So you will come out of this worrying. The King of Pentacles could be as well that you're going to meet somebody that is quite rich or that has a lot of abundance to share with you. So therefore you don't need to work anymore. You can just sit back and relax and enjoy life. The judgment is going to be telling me that you might feel the judgment from other people, or you might be yourself the only person judging yourself. You might be wondering, is this the right choice for me? So that's simply going to be part of the phases that you're going to go through. The cards here are not telling you what to do. This is simply telling you what is it that you are creating right now based on the current energies. And of course, it's going to be up to you whether you can stop that judgment. Let me get a couple of new cards. The fluorite crystal as well speak about mental activity, mental clarity, being able to communicate a lot better. If you see, that's the meaning of the fluorite. Any blue crystal is going to affect your throat chakra. So that's amazing as well. Because it's another sign that you might have to start using your voice a bit more and follow a dream that include singing, writing, speaking, having to mediate communication between people. So let's get some cards down. Have Queen of Swords, again a card of the intellect. Three of Cups in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles. So for sometimes you're not going to be able to celebrate this new phase. You're going to be quite harsh on yourself and quite judgy towards yourself, absolutely. But then eventually with this Page of Pentacles, slowly, you will start embracing the benefits of this new lifestyle. And you will start feeling like you are still working, but you're working on something else now. It's a new job. Maybe you're going to feel a little bit inexperienced. Maybe you are going to slowly progress in this new job, and at first you're not going to feel super happy about yourself, but eventually you will start finding comfort in those small steps and feeling the reward of that already. So then it's going to motivate you and keep going. That's what I'm seeing here. Let's see some other cards. We have the Ace of Pentacles, definitely a new beginning. As I said before, something new is about to be born, and it's simply up to you whether you want to embrace it or not, and how you're going to deal with it. Are you going to feel happy for it, or are you going to restrain that pleasure that you can get out of this situation? How are you going to deal with this? Let me know in the comments below if this has resonated with you. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified anytime that I publish a new video. Thank you so much for watching up until now, and I can't wait to see you again in the next video. Bye bye guys, big hugs to you. Hello my lovelies, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the Bone with the Owl Tower and the Spirit Song Tarot deck. So for this particular reading, I decided to try and start with the Oracle meanings first. I hope you're going to like this new way. Let me know in the comments below if it is something that resonate with you. I just thought it would be nice to focus a little bit more attention onto these messages that come from both the animal world and the plant world. I just feel that it's such a deep wisdom that we need to incorporate in our lives a lot more. So instead of leaving at the bottom of the reading, I'd like to start with this and honor these energies a bit more. Let me know what you think, and if you would like to get any of these decks that are absolutely stunning in my opinion, you can find the Amazon link in the info box below for each one of those. So now, studying your oracle cards, I noticed that there's a few different scenarios, of course, being a general reading. So take whatever resonate, but I can see that in the near future you're gonna have to face certain obstacles, and you can definitely see with the mountain in the middle of the reading. So that is going to be the main thing that is going to happen at the beginning of this new phase, at the beginning of your near future. You're going to see some difficulties. It's been explained by the bristlecone pine as well. So it is required of you to maintain your steadiness, your strength, your independence, as it says, the stag as well. Because you might go through moments of lack of focus with the mint in reverse. But I can see that everything is about moving past these obstacles, being resilient towards them, and eventually finding balance. Okay, so you are moving forward away from these obstacles. It's going to be a little bit, there's going to be a little bit of tribulation at first. So that's going to be the first thing that you're going to have to overcome. And then you're going to find this beautiful balance and calm energy, steady energy, and you're going to feel grounded again with the tree. But at first there is an obstacle. It could be for some of you that you're going to have to fix something in your relationship, or at least something in which you have committed to with the ring. You might find a huge obstacle in your marriage, on your partnership, or in your work, and eventually you'll have to really understand, why are you with this person? What does make this person family for you? Why are you so connected to them? And what does make you happy about them? Because I feel that you want to save this connection, because we are going to pass from difficulties to balance with the eucalyptus. So definitely you're going to overcome whatever difficulties, but I can see that your commitment, or the other person commitment, the other person involved commitment, will be tested here. There's a lot of confusion with the mint in reverse, so at first you might not understand what is going on. The wren in reverse as well speak about somebody that is being overly kind, overly gentle, and overly humble, and therefore hiding themselves. So it could be that you're not speaking out your voice at first, or it could be that finally, after such a long time of feeling hidden, of feeling pushed down, feeling belittled, and now feeling unrecognized, feeling that your effort, that your presence is unseen. Finally, you're going to move from that energy of the wren in reverse to the energy of the stag, in which you're finally proud of yourself, your voice is speaking out loud, your presence is being respected, and you have a lot of focus again. The mugwort, it's all about clairvoyancy. So if that does not resonate with you, if you do not have any power of clairvoyancy, or if you do not think that you might possibly be developing those powers, then this is a card about finding clarity again, of seeing things clearly again. So I can see that for some of you, you might have recognized that in your relationship, whether it was a romantic or a job connection, your jobs, your efforts, your intentions were unseen and not recognized. Therefore, now that you can see this, now that you can see that you have been abused, maybe, that you have been in a relationship with somebody that was narcissistic, possibly, that was all about somebody that was all focused into their own abilities, into their own talents, into their own life journey, without ever asking you, how you were doing, whatever, giving you some compliments about your journey. So they were just taking away from you. They were just absorbing all of your kind energy. You were giving so much attention to them, possibly. In the near future, you're going to have a massive moment of clarity in which you are going to stop this cycle. And it's going to be an obstacle. It's going to be difficult to overcome this because you have to impersonate a new figure. You have to take the fire energy outside of you. You need to connect with the warrior, with the warrior spirit inside of yourself. You need to find that motivation within yourself to defend your reasons, to defend your position, to come out, to make your voice being respected and being listened to. And it's not going to be easy, especially if you are a shy, introverted type of person that kind of feel comfortable in being hidden and being in the corner and not being on the spotlight. So it is going to be a huge obstacle for you to move away from that energy and feeling finally strong and respected and able to speak out your voice and find that focus, find that goal and commit to it as well. It's like you need to commit to this mountain. Once you start climbing a mountain, more likely you're going to want to go to the top of it, right? So it is a commitment to go over this mountain, and I feel that eventually you're going to feel so proud of yourself and you're going to feel so much more calm and balanced. So in the near future, definitely it's not going to be easy for you, but you're going to be able to find that inner strength, that inner intuition that is going to guide you. Also here, you're going to have a lot of guidance from your ancestors. And remembering what are your roots is going to help you as well. Remembering what journey your ancestor had to do, what were their struggles, and trying to get strength from them. Try to feel as if you're doing these efforts for them as well. You're healing their wounds as well, not just yours. So maybe your ancestors have been oppressed for a long time, for lots of generations, and now it's your time to end this cycle. For some other of you, I can see that you're going to have some moment of confusion, of course, with this mint in reverse, and you're going to feel like life is difficult, and you might feel quite alone as well. The Owl Tower is pretty much like the Hermit, so you feel isolated. Maybe you have decided to go into that isolation in order to find the light within yourself, to listen to your inner wisdom, to your inner guidance, to meditate, to find that balance within you. But it's not going to be easy. At first you might feel like it's very confusing and you don't know what you're doing. It could be as well, yes, it could be like a spiritual journey for you, that you have decided to stay away from all of your connection for a while so that you can find that the compass within yourself. And eventually you are going to overcome these obstacles and everything is going to start becoming easier, and you understand what is it that you want to commit yourself to, and you pass from this personality of the Wren in reverse to the Stag upright, in which you understand that you don't want to hide in this world anymore, that you want to show up for people, that you want to show up for yourself, you want to stand up for yourself, you want to be recognized for your talents. It could be as well a journey of developing your clairvoyance powers, and at first it's going to be very hard. You're not going to find it easy. It's going to have a lot of moments of up and down in which you feel like you're nearly there, and then you just completely doubt yourself and feel like it's all an effort for nothing. That is all wasted time. But eventually you're going to commit to this journey, okay? And you know that the goal is to go over these mountains. Until then, you will be finding that calm, the calmness in which you are confident with yourself, confident with your abilities. So you want to get to that point in which you're not doubting your clairvoyance abilities anymore, and people can come towards you and you can trust yourself in being able to give them advices or give them the answers that they are looking for. But of course, there's going to be a lot of muddy waters before you can see that transparency. Another situation is that you might actually find getting engaged with somebody with this ring. Okay, so at first you might feel lonely, you might feel like uh, life is so desolated because there's nobody around you and you don't know how to find the right partner for you, until you realize you have this clarity that all along you've been hiding yourself from life. So of course you couldn't find your partner because you weren't going out, you weren't putting yourself outside, or even if you were dating, you might have not fully expressed yourself, you might have not showed your personality, your true colors. Therefore, people were seeing that you weren't really confident with yourself, that you didn't know exactly what you were looking for in a relationship, that you didn't know exactly who you were, what you were thinking, what were you believing, what was your compass, what was your ethic, what were your life values. So therefore, it was hard for them to understand who you were truly, until you get to that understanding and you realize, wait a minute, I need to be proud of myself. I need to come out as more confident. I need to have this integrity. I need to find my integrity. So then you spend this time alone to find who you truly are. So then finally you can find that balance, and you're going to find the partner to which you want to commit to, and who is going to become family for you. There's going to be some obstacles, of course, at first, possibly as well, because you might have this personality of somebody who is a people pleaser. So instead of voicing your needs, you're just going to please other people's needs. Okay, so it's going to be a little difficult, maybe as well, because it might have been a long time that you haven't been with somebody. So it is going to need a bit of adaptation at first, getting used to having another person in your life, and getting used to maintain that integrity, maintain that strength, maintain your voice, and having little dilemmas every single day, having to have coming down to confronting yourself with the other person, with your different ideas and beliefs, or coming down to some compromises. So it's all about finding the balance. Sorry if lots of scenarios came out, but that's just how the cards are speaking to me. So possibly there's a lot of you that are having different lives, of course, so all these messages need to reach every single one of you. So let's have a look now at the tarot cards. I have 6 ones here that I have drawn. We have a look at them, and then we might get some more. There is the 8 of Shells upright, which is the 8 of Cups. The Transformation card, which is the Death card. There is the Tower in reverse. Then we have the Page of Shells upright. The 2 of Shells upright. And finally, the 10 of Shells. So clearly, as we were saying, there is a transformation happening here, okay? There is some resistance, of course, at first in revealing your true colors, okay? You might still be attached to the person, to the persona that you have built to defend yourself. As a self-defense mechanism, you have created this personality for yourself in which not all of your colors were being showing. You were protecting yourself from being attacked by others, especially if you have psychic abilities, clairvoyancy abilities. That makes sense that you might have felt attacked from other people or judged. Therefore, you might have not always felt free to express yourself, to be truth to others, to tell what was truly going on. You might have not shown that side of yourself. So at first, in the near future, there is going to be this resistance in being true to yourself and being proud of who you are. Instead of seeing your abilities as an obstacle, as a difficulty, eventually you'll transform and you'll embrace this new phase of your life in which you're proud of yourself and who you are. It's going to be a total renewal here with these data shells. You're walking away from the past. You're walking away from who you used to be, or you're walking away from a commitment. You're walking away from a relationship that it was not serving you anymore. Maybe you're walking away from a narcissistic relationship, as I said before, because they were not truly honoring you, honoring your ability, listening to you, to your voice, to your needs. So there is a walking away from something here. There is a transformation, a liberation, a transition in which you can finally embrace your true colors, embrace who you truly are, express yourself fully, be happier, be joyful. And look how much joy is coming with these cups. There is page of shells, 10 of shells, 2 of shells in the middle. So again, there is this idea that for some of you, you might actually encounter the right partner for you. Okay, you might start dating again with these page of shells. You might start receiving lots of genuine offers from somebody that is actually interested in you. And with the 2 of shells, there is a beautiful union of two people that are actually seeing each other and protecting each other, honoring each other, and exchanging their cups of love, expressing their feelings for each other, and being in a harmonious union. And with this 10 of shells, there is a lot of thinking about the future, about what you can create together, possibly even creating a family. And it makes sense with the 3 card because it is a family card. So there is a lot of well-being, there's a lot of satisfaction, feeling that all of your emotional needs are being met. So you feel like you belong again, and you feel like you are appreciated. And I feel that that transition can happen, especially if you pass from the Wren in reverse energy to the Stag energy. So you're finally proud of yourself. You're not hiding yourself, or you're not hiding who you truly are. So it's only when you start accepting yourself, accepting and loving fully every single part of yourself, that you're going to attract the right partner, or the right job, or the right contract for you. Okay, so definitely a little bit of obstacles at first, a little bit of confusion at first, a little bit of desire to hide away instead of showing who you are because you are afraid to be attacked and not understood. We got some few more cards. What is unfolding for you, pile number 2? What a beautiful reading. King of Acorns in reverse. 8 of Feathers in reverse. So clearly there is a shift here because you are not going to give so much power to your mental limitation. So you might have actually thought of yourself or thought of your abilities as useless, or you might have thought of yourself as being a total scam. You were not if before you were not happy with who you are, you were not brave enough to go out there and shout to the whole world how much you love yourself and how much you're proud of yourself. Now, with this Eight of Feathers, you're embracing who you are again, and you are not giving power to those limiting thoughts who were making you feel less, you were making you feel worthless, or that you did not deserve love, or that you did not deserve luck. Okay, so you are moving away from this pessimism. Okay, King of Acorns in reverse would speak about not using your talents, being pessimistic, not embracing the new opportunities that are coming your way. So you are moving away. This Eight of Feathers, you are stepping away from all of those mental blocks and obstacles, all of those negative words that you've been saying to yourself. Ace of Shells, I can't believe this. New beginning, and especially as a new beginning in love. It could be that you start loving yourself again. This could be a new romance with yourself, or it could simply talk about feeling happy again, or it could be talking about starting a new relationship with somebody. And to be honest, I think that this is for the majority of you, because we have so many signs of relationship here with the ring, Ten of Shells, Two of Shells, Page of Shells, and the Ace of Shells finally. So clearly, I think that you're going to go through a moment of confusion and loneliness at first, where you just have lots of mental blocks and you're possibly not showing the truth to others. You're not showing your true colors, your true face. You're placing a mask over yourself to defend yourself from rejection. And then eventually you're going to commit to yourself, and you're going to see clearly what you need to do. Okay, what is your purpose, and you're going to start being proud of yourself and attracting the right people to yourself. Or you're going to embrace your clairvoyance abilities, as we said before, or you are simply moving away from a toxic relationship that was not enlightening your talents, that was not putting you on a pedestal, that was not honoring your needs. And you're going to move away, and you're going to be much happier, because finally you're starting a relationship with yourself, which is so much better to be alone rather than with a toxic partner. So clearly a few scenarios here. Take what resonate and leave the rest. Let me know in the comments below if it has resonated. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified anytime that I publish a new video. And there is an Amazon wish list in the info box below, as well as a donation button if you want to pay me a coffee or say a thank you in that way, but you're not obliged to do any of that, of course. Thank you so much for watching up until now, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye bye guys, big hugs to you. Hello my lovelies, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the pine cone in pile number 3 with KERNUNNOS and the LLEVELLIN tarot deck. So as you can see, I have already drawn some oracle cards, and it's because I want to try this new way of focusing first on the wisdom that we can gain from the animal and plant world, because I feel that I normally just put a few cards at the end of the reading and I just place like a minute, spend a minute or two on them, and I feel that they deserve more attention, that we need to focus more on these messages, and after we are going to get the tarot and go more in depth. So let me know if it is something that you like, let me know your thoughts about this. And if you are interested in getting any of these decks for yourself, you can find the title of each one of these decks in the info box below, as well as the Amazon link in which you can buy them for yourself. So I've been studied these cards that I have drawn for you, and I definitely noticed that as every of the piles for today's reading, you are going to experience a big shift. Indeed, I can see first of all that with the primrose there could be a new relationship for you on the horizon. But there is more than that, because I can see here that you are letting go of something, especially you might have had some people being dependent on you, or a job that was relying on you too much. You might have blocked yourself, you might have limited your possibilities of a creativity in this life, in this universe, because somebody else or something else needed you, needed your attention. Okay, I feel that finally you're able to realize that you've always given priority to other people's needs and that you have neglected yours as a consequence. And now you're having this raging moment inside of you, this anger, this resentment that is coming out to surface. And you're embracing it and transforming it into a creative force, into a creative energy, as we can see with the KERNUNNOS as well as the blackbird in reverse. The blackbird is an animal that's standing between two worlds, the spiritual world and the physical world, and is somebody that has the wisdom, the sensitivity to be in touch with both of these two worlds and find balance between the two of you. So now it feels like it is not time for you to focus on the physical world anymore. You need to listen to the song of your soul and create a life of purpose, a life of passion for yourself. So you need to hear that little song inside of you. What is it that you've always wanted to do, but you've always been postponing it, or you've never believing enough that you were able to do it? What is it? What is it that created the spark in your eyes, but you never really nourished that passion? It feels like you might have dedicated your life to other people. Possibly you could be a mother or a father with lots of kids, and now they are growing up enough to let them go, to let them do their independent life, and they are big enough for you to detach yourself from responsibilities, so you don't have to cook for them anymore, iron their clothes, doing their laundry, cleaning for them, cleaning after them, helping them taking decision, helping them with the homework. You are releasing yourself from all of that responsibility. Okay, it is time to dedicate all of your energies to yourself. It is time to think about your dreams. It is time to be selfish for you this time. Okay? Silver Birch is all about letting go of worries. So everything that was occupying your mind, it can be let go now. It can go out of the window, literally. So you have the luxury now to sit out in the garden and be mindful and listening to the song of the birds, to the grasshoppers, to the gentle noise of the leaves. Don't know how do you say that word in English, but like dancing with the wind. You have the luxury of being bored if you want to read a book for hours. You don't have nothing to do. Okay, there's a lot of happiness here and contentment with the lilies. And with the stork and the dog, you could be getting a dog for yourself, or you could have a child for yourself if you want. But I see the stork more as in creative energy. You're going to create something for yourself. Something new is going to be born, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a kid. Because I feel that here you do not want to be dependent of anybody, and you don't want anybody to be dependent on you. So I feel that unlikely is going to be talking about a kid. But if you were, for example, in a relationship with somebody that did not want kids at all, and you were simply putting their needs as a priority, and you were neglecting your desire to be maternal or paternal, now you're walking away from it and you decide that you're going to raise a kid by yourself because that's what makes you happy. That could be the case for a little portion of you. The majority of you, I can see that you do not want anything to be depending on you. Okay. I really feel a lot of contentment here. You could be moving away on your own with your dog, for example. You could be moving away from a household in which lots of people were depending on you. You're definitely going to be self-sufficient with this mulberry in reverse. Okay, so both the Mother and the Mulberry in reverse really speak about this shift of wanting to let go of other people's needs and other people's priority. You need to put yourself as first priority. And as well, the soul in reverse speak about that. So this message of not having anything that depends on you is really big. Now, we could be talking about not wanting to have kids that depend on you, but then you would be very happy to have a dog, for example. Okay, so don't take my words literally. And this could be a new relationship with yourself, could be speaking about your happiness as an independent person, but it could as well be talking about a new relationship, okay? Because lilies and the primrose definitely speak about a new spring for your heart. So it is time for you to be flirting again, to go out there, to explore new possibilities. You are going to be listening to your needs and your needs only, okay? Definitely is going to be a renewal for yourself, okay? So I'm gonna get some cards here from the tarot. I drew 6 cards, and then we're gonna get more if needed. There is 7 of Swords in reverse, interesting. 9 of Cups in reverse. The 4 of Swords, Ace of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, and Queen of Pentacles. Lovely. I can really see again how these tarot are confirming the oracle messages and giving more taste to it as well. Because the 7 of Swords speak about a first not being able to walk away from something that is not serving you. No, you feel too sneaky, you feel too selfish of walking away from it. You feel like other people are going to be discontent and unhappy for you walking away. So at first when you do it, it's going to feel awful. It's going to feel like you are a terrible person that is uncaring and not generous, and but it's a trick of your mind. They've been tricking you in making you feel that they cannot survive without you. But they are being very selfish, actually, of abusing your energy. If they truly love you, they put your needs as priority. They listen to your heart. They understand that you cannot live a life like that without ever taking yourself out on a date, having some time for yourself, following your passions, you know, or having a romantic life for yourself, or having a job for yourself. So you're going to have this confusion at first, but then you realize that it was just your mind tricking you, or those people were tricking you for selfish reasons. And then you realize how blissful is this moment of peace in which you don't have to work anymore for others. You don't have any of those responsibility anymore, and if you feel like, you can sleep the whole day and nobody's going to knock at your door, okay, or ring your phone calling you because they have lots of problems to solve. It is not your problem anymore, okay? What a beautiful shift. And the Ace of Cups again is another confirm of a new beginning in romance. And if it's not with somebody else, it's a romance with yourself. You're gonna love yourself and you're gonna love this single life. It makes sense as well. 9 of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. Some of you are simply going to embrace this new singlehood, or this life with no kids. Okay, this life with nothing depending on you. 9 of Pentacles speak about embracing an abundant life, a life that is completely meeting every single one of your needs, a life that is quite luxurious in the sense that you are going to recognize how lucky you are, how even if you are currently having a simple frugal life, it's still going to be abundant for you. You're still going to recognize how lucky you are to have a roof over your head or some gorgeous food, and you're going to feel really grateful for your life, and you're going to feel happy on your own as well. There's nobody else in this card. I mean, there is a figure there actually now that I see, but you feel like you are finally independent and strong, and that your happiness does not depend on other people, and you feel like finally you can collect the fruits of your labor. You've been working enough. It is time to enjoy life, okay? And Queen of Pentacles, again, it feels like you are recognizing your beauty, recognizing your power, your talents, your intelligence, your ability to organize your life, your ability to take care of your money, your creative abilities. You're going to use your hands again, maybe sewing some clothes or painting or carving, whatever that is, baking, whatever that is. You are definitely going to be very practical, and you're going to be again happy by yourself. It's a very independent card, and you're going to feel very confident about yourself. There's going to be a boost of confidence in the near future, okay? And yes, you're really going to enjoy your alone time. Let me see now. We're gonna get a few more cards, and then we're gonna end the reading. Magician in reverse, King of Pentacles, so we have the couple here, and Four of Cups. So I can see that after some time of enjoying this singlehood, of enjoying this time alone, you might have the temptation to fall into that place of your mind in which you feel like a partner is a faraway illusion, in which you feel like you cannot attract a healthy partner for yourself because you don't deserve it, you're not lovable enough, something like that. So you're going to have a phase in which you're going to lose a little bit of that stability and that grounded energy. Magician in reverse is like, or that could be something belonging to your past, and eventually you're going to master it. You're going to master this ability to manifest your reality. You're going to master your self-love. Okay, with this King of... Okay, that's what I'm hearing now. There could be a new partner coming into your life and being... After finally you embrace your self-love and you embrace this singlehood, you embrace that time alone, you're going to manifest this partner for yourself that is going to be very stable, very loyal, that is going to be there for you no matter what. And you're not going to believe to your eyes. For a little bit at first, you're going to feel like, oh my god, is this an illusion? Can I actually trust this person? Because I don't feel like I deserve it. Or this person is going to make you move away all of those limiting thoughts, all of those old beliefs of yourself. This person is going to delete all of those negative all of that negative mindset. This King of Pentacles reminds me a lot of KERNUNNOS. So it feels like there's going to be a burst of creativity as well between the two of you. You're just so very well balanced. You just belong to the same tribe here. There's a lot of Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So you could be attracted to somebody with an earth sign just like you. Although don't get fixated on the zodiac signs, because we do have a whole complex natal chart that is not only the sun sign, of course. So let me get another card. You have the Justice And then we have the Chariot. So you're going to see a lot of progress. You're going to see a lot of movement. That situation is going to go to the next level. We have a Death. So there is going to be a transformation, and you're not going to believe it at first. There you go, Eight of Swords in reverse. You're going to finally get rid of all of those limiting thoughts. It makes sense that after years maybe in which you were just thinking about other people's needs and you were neglecting yours, it makes sense that whenever finally life is being generous to you and is being bringing you a great partner, is bringing you love, is bringing you romance, you start feeling, is this for real or am I just dreaming it? Is this person going to disappear? And eventually you're going to be able to accept that this is only fair, that you deserve it, that is a change that it was absolutely needed, and that you're going to remove all of those negative thoughts. Eight of Swords to really talk about that negative mindset that we have, all of those thoughts that are blocking yourself from discovering your abilities, from embracing love, from being courageous, going out there. You just think like everything is impossible, but with this card in reverse, it's the opposite. You're letting go of all those negative thoughts. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Six of Swords as central card. You're moving on. You're entering a new phase of your life. Everything is going to be smooth from now on. So guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified any single time that I publish a new video, and leave me a comment to let me know if this reading has resonated. Thanks so much for listening up until now, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye bye guys, much love to you.